Hello. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Robot Attack. My name's Scotterstone5. So today is going to be kind of a weird start for today. It's going to be a little wacky. So a few things are going to be happening today. We're going to be... I just wanted to cover this today. Or just cover this in general. And maybe get some opinions on it. This will probably be like... And I know I don't have anything popped up on my screen right now, but I'm just getting everything situated. We're good. So, here, let's do just chatting for now. We're gonna do a couple things. We're gonna cover a little bit of Trackmania stuff. Just like give some conversations to some things that was recent. The most recent thing and then we'll be eating some girl stuff. I'm gonna wait for some people to stop by first. And well, at the end of the day, we'll still do it. Obviously the recording will be there, highlighted for everything. So yeah, we're going to do just like some conversations about Trackmania, how I feel about it. And yeah, maybe get some people's opinions in chat, but yeah, we'll start with that. First thing, so let me explain this real quick. There was, I'd say, was it a couple weeks ago now? This was, I'm looking at March 1st. This was, so 2 weeks ago, Red Bull Faster event, okay? So I played Red Bull Faster just to play, because it is cool. It's a cool event. I'm really glad that, like, sponsors are now, like, big sponsors are sponsoring games like Trackmania. So, because I feel like, you know, more people should get into it, even though I usually tell people, do not watch this. Do not play it. Don't watch this either. I'm just kidding. Don't play Trackmania. It is addicting and will get you insane. So, yeah, I think... So yeah, we're gonna cover that. So yeah, how the format worked for the whole Red Bull Faster event was pretty much anyone could qualify. First top 100 kind of get into another area, and then pretty much like they narrowed it down to, I think is like 4, 8, 12, 16 players basically. For another week, and then pretty much the top players for that, and so on and so forth. I really didn't remember the layout offhand, but something to that fact. Okay, so this was probably still talked about to this day. Again, this was March 1st, and like literally people are still talking about this. This is probably, since I've been following Trackmania, this has been like the number one, I'd say the number one thing talked about, and at least since I've been into Trackmania. So this was kind of during the finals. This was Carl Jr. And versus Grenady. I'm not familiar really with the players. Carl Jr. is, I could kind of shed light on a few of them. Carl Jr. is won a lot of trophies for what they do. What he does, he won multiple trophies. Carl Jr., or sorry, that's Carl Jr. Grenady hasn't really won a whole lot. He's kind of like the underdog coming into this match. And you could tell with this thing that one of them has a steering wheel, which is crazy for this game, and one of them's using a controller. It's so insane how, like, even being that skill level, being like in a quarterfinals on a professional tournament like this on a steering wheel, that's so cool. So yeah, we're gonna just, I'm gonna turn off the music. I'm gonna just show a few things, okay? We're gonna just show the clip as it is, okay? And then we'll go from there, okay? So let me like pull this up real quick, and then let's go full screen. So if this works, there we go. I just want to make sure everything is good. Perfect. So this is And then we'll watch Twitch Boy, Weird Troll, kind of explain this. He was kind of like the person kind of like headline it on the Trackmania realm. He's kind of like one of the hosts. So yeah, we're gonna just go on just what again. So we'll just watch this clip, okay? And then so basically Grenady or Carl Jr. has to catch up. He needs to win by a certain amount to win this. As you can see, this is the ranking, the live ranking. He needs to beat Grenady by this much, basically, as of this pause. So, yeah, we're going to just play this and go from there, okay? Ready? Go.
He fight back, he's done it so many times before into the dirt jump, now through the bobsleigh. It's 3/10 now for Grenady. The German can taste it on the cusp of victory. Grenady now has half a second.
Low speed,
Carl, is he going to be able to catch this back up? As you say, low speed for Grenady means it's 4/10, but Carl does have more speed coming through this corner, and he begins to catch up just a little bit. Grenady now looking for the drift towards the right. 4/10 still the advantage for Grenady. A final couple of corners between him and Glory. A final couple of corners. One jump between him and victory. Grenady sees it. The trophy is alive. Unstoppable, indomitable. It's Carl Jr. in the final moments that claims the trophy.
The final bounce, the very final obstacle. This is why they turn around, because the hitbox of the spoiler hits that tile a little bit better, and that is so unfortunate for Grenady.
So if basically he had that game, right? Pretty much what happened, and again, I'll explain it better shortly, but pretty much here, we'll kind of slow it down here. He was, I'm gonna mute this too. He was in the lead, and then Carl Jr. snipes him. This snipes him last second. So you probably have asking some lot of questions on this of, you know, why this happened and why. So to best explain it in simple terms, which Twitch Boy Virtual will say very shortly, kind of what happened. And so basically it was a glitch. It's very unlikely that this happened. You can turn your car around to prevent it, but then that risks of you slowing down. And this glitch happens very rarely. So so basically, like, it was a glitch that is 10 grand basically worth of everything. So yeah, we're gonna just now watch kind of like a little bit of explanation from Virtual, because he explains it probably way better than I do. So let me just play this. It's only 12 minutes, so let's go.
This time we talk about the incident. The Red Bull Faster incident. The trauma that some players experienced during my Trackmania event. Spoilers! This will contain spoilers for the Red Bull Faster tournament. Please watch the finals if you haven't already. It was a spectacular event, and it ended in spectacular fashion. I'll show you guys how. Let's set the stage. This is the format we were using. So going into the last round, Carl has 0.17 of a second more health than Grenady. Grenady needs to beat Carl in this round by 0.17 of a second. And that's the one we want. Here we go.
So he's just watching the clip that we just watched.
So very final round. They're playing for about 10,000 euros, and Carl makes a mistake. We said 1700ths of a second. Grenady is ahead by 0.2. It's a tricky map, this one. A lot of precise turns. There's this downhill into icy tires. A lot of nerves, 0.4. Grenady's looking to be the champion. Still ahead, 0.37. Lands good. Grenady's gonna take it. Grenady! Grenady loses. If you haven't seen this, it's absolutely insane. Granati's leading up to the last jump by 0.3.
Between him and victory, Granati sees it.
He hits the plastic here, and Carl gets a much better bounce. And he gets sniped. He gets a slowdown, and as you look at the player cam above, he can't believe it. It's a swing in the prize pool of, like I said, 10,000 euros. So first place gets 17,000 euros. Second place got
That's insane.
7. So about 10,000 euros in that one moment. But what happened? What happened here? How is this possible?
Granati sees it.
How is this possible? Well, couple of things. Granati got a slowdown, and Carl, he was the official winner of the tournament. But if you look at Carl's reaction after this, Carl here hears that Granati says he bugged, and he can't believe it. Like, he's not happy to win this way, you know, because he thought he had lost, and then he wins with the bug. This bug happened several times in the tournament. It happened to Uffy earlier on in the finals. It was the first map of the grand final. So here, Uffy first place going into last checkpoint. If you look at the left, round 1. So Uffy's car is up here. This one. He jumped to the left side.
We do see turns coming out. Looks like it was
And everyone passes him by 0.4.
Damn.
He got a slow bounce. Now, if you also look at this, there's some different strategies. Carl Jr. turns around completely. Pack turns a bit sideways. Uffy and Granati just go straight. Granati gets a good bounce there. Next round, Uffy again gets a slowdown at the end of this round. But you can't really see him in the view. He's 0.25 behind. Good speed down the hill as well. 0.25 behind.
We'll see if Carl turns for the jump again. Pack's still trying to chase him down. Carl will get burst at
0.7. So this bug consistently loses half a second. And it happened 3 times in the finals. This is something that players actually noticed during the practice. Many players noticed this and experienced it. And the one way to mitigate this, the one way to avoid it, that Carl is doing is to turn around. When going up this jump, if you turn the car, it doesn't save time, but it avoids the bug. And it's very interesting because, like, this is something that we couldn't really understand. It's not really understandable at the time. It's a different hitbox on the spoiler, but like why the bug happens. Many people thought it's so rare that it's not worth doing the turnaround. Like, if you get the bug 1 in 1,000 times, what's the chance it happens in 7 rounds you play in the final, right? And there's also a bit of danger because this is a big jump. If you decide to go for the turnaround and you initiate the turnaround too early, you're gonna miss the can. It requires really good timing. Just as you're about to go off, so you have enough time to rotate. But if you don't get within the opening of the can, you miss. You miss the finish and you're insta out. This bug is really rare. I studied it so much when I got back home from the event to see like what's going on. And I was able to recreate it. In fact, I was able to recreate it 8 times in about 1 hour.
So yeah, eight times in the one span of an hour that this bug happens. So keep that in mind.
This is what I learned about it. You see a lot of different jumps. They all get this slow bounce. What I understood is that you need to jump up with a very early rotation cancel. You need to steer in the air to really lock the car and then not steer on the bounce. And sometimes this will happen. Is it actually because of the inputs? Is it actually because of the plastic? Like, what's going on? Well, Waypoint Mapping did some tests, and there was a post in Discord. Whiskey said, for everyone curious about what happened in the Red Bull finals, basically what happened is sometimes, somehow, the car can clip through the block for a few centimeters and hit the block behind it. We put an invisible plastic plane in front of a glass platform block, but the plastic plane wasn't far enough in front of the glass, as shown in the image. So they said it's a 3 centimeter gap. They increased it to 14, and then it didn't happen anymore. But I still got the bug on 14 centimeters. This is 14 centimeters. So this is up here, there's invisible plastic, and then the glass right here behind it. But on 14, you can still get it. So the wheels can actually clip through plastic and hit the block behind and get you a slowdown because you're crashing into the block. And plastic, you can't really crash. We did further tests. If you make that item at the ending only plastic, to my knowledge, it is impossible to get the slowdown. So this is the version with only plastic up here. The red is plastic. There's no glass anymore. And every bounce, no matter how awkward, will always point you towards the finish. In all the cases I've tried here, not able to get the bug. However, I can see if I can show you guys. If we can try to get one on stream. Let's see how long it takes. Also knowing how it works, right? You air brake, you hold steer, and then you let go. This one was good. I'll tell you guys. You'll see like 8.2 if it's a bug. Also, if you're slightly angled, it's bad. This is good. Like, this is something that the mappers weren't aware of. I myself in testing wasn't aware of it. But we started seeing some people get it during discovery and during their practice, and then, you know, you have to make the call, like, is it so uncommon that I actually can't afford to risk this in match? Because from the streak of attempts I've had now, like, who can blame Grenadi for this? You know, this is working perfectly. But then if you start to get this and it's like, this one slowdown could potentially cost me, you might do what Carl did, which is a turnaround. But it's so hard to say. Grenadi 1 out of 400 in practice. It depends if you do full runs, I think. If you just do the practice map, I think you should get it in 400 attempts. That was a 6-6, like a pretty good end.
We could fast forward it a little bit. But basically...
But yeah, it can happen, right? Carl might have just been fortunate enough to have the bug more times in practice. Huge difference. Times 7.6.
I think basically...
This guy's...
Anyways, so this is where he could explain a little bit more about the car layout too.
It's the hitbox of the Trackmania Nations Forever car. And it's safe to say that the TM 2020 hitbox looks something like this. It's got a yacht. Level 100 yacht car. This is the reason why turning around is safer. Because you crash with a bigger hitbox and you're more likely to get just instant plastic bounce down. If you hit with the front, it's apparently that the wheels clip through. It's insane that this ends up deciding the final. And I don't really think you can fault anyone. Like, it's a rare enough bug that the mappers didn't catch it. The map is public, the players know it. It's a rare enough bug that some players think... Like, if you think on the turnaround that you have a higher chance of missing the can completely like this, then getting the bug, you should go for the jump up, just straight up, right? If you think the bug has a higher probability, then you go for the turnaround, but it's all just a freak incident. But ultimately, I don't think plastic's the issue. And that is at least a good thing, because players are scared to put plastic bounds in their maps. I think there should be plastic, and that it's not really a bad thing if they're properly calculated and all, but here it's the fact that you can actually get a, yeah, clip through a block. It's something we didn't know even before this. And that's what leads to this moment, guys. If we go back with all this context, you can watch it again.
A little bit. Grenadi now looking for the drift towards the right. 410 still the advantage for Grenadi. A final couple of
Camera
corners
shaking.
A final couple of corners.
Full focus.
Between him and victory. Grenadi sees
A little bit
it.
sideways on that.
Trophy unstoppable in dollars.
You know the worst part? I realized so quickly when I saw Grenadi in offline to the finish.
Grenadi sees it. The trophy
I realized he lost it right here.
Such a shame.
Should have been a redo? No, but this is, like, you can't redo a moment like this. You can't redo a moment like this. This is what happens. I think if Carl got this, if any, like, Uffy, you know, got it twice earlier, you can't redo rounds based on something like this when players have known about it ahead of time. It's just what happens. Could have happened to either player, but Carl has plot armor. Carl doesn't turn around. Carl doesn't bug. And that is kind of why he also is the 6-time champion. He always, like, minimizes the risk of these things happening to him. I mean, I feel for Grenadi. It's so sad. It's so sad for Grenadi. Because it shouldn't happen.
Grenadi sees it. The trophy.
There was one more clip I wanted to show. It was our live caster reaction, if I can find it. This is the reaction.
Anyways, you get the idea. Oh yeah, we could skip that, but
It's a good event. I mean, it's a little unfortunate to have something like this happen in the final, in the sudden death, on the very last round. But you also cannot script these things. You cannot, in a way, ask for a more story-ridden final that is now still talked about a week later. And we'll try our best to avoid bugs in the next one.
Yeah.
Sorry, Grenadi. Sorry. Sorry also, Afi. Sorry to anyone who got this bug. But, I mean, it's cinema. But yeah, that is the incident.
Anyways, yeah. So what do you guys think? I feel like it is what it is, and at least this is my opinion. So you could formulate your own opinion if you like, and I'd like to definitely hear your guys' opinion. But I think again, you know, it is meant to be, you know, a well-known event. You know, I feel like them knowing about it, coming into, you know, the stream and everything, going into you know, the play and everything, they knew about it, right? And everything. So it's like, what are you gonna do? I just feel like, yeah, I think they should have not changed anything. The players knew about it in practice and everything. So yeah, it's just unfortunate. I think, you know, for their sake, definitely try to avoid situations like that, because, you know, it is unfortunate. But like having it again happen only 8 times in the span of a couple of hours, you know, it's very rare, and it's just unfortunate. So yeah, I wanted to share it, and share your opinion on all of that, and I hope you guys like that, and try to see again your opinion and your take on that, if you had any. Is cool. I definitely, again, I'm hoping, you know, they'll have these events again, get more people to play. So, and again, they're still talking about it, like today, about that glitch happening. So like, you get more people to get excited about it and stuff. So it's give and take, but yeah, unfortunate for like the players and everything. And I really hope, you know, it's just part of the game, you know. It's part of the game to get these bugs, and part of the game. It's nothing, everyone knew about it, so it is what it is. Anyways, we should